Hey Bulls, welcome back to another episode of Reach Out for Help. My name is Milenia and I'm a Reach Peer Health Educator with the Center for Student Wellbeing. Today we're here with Jordy, who is a licensed psychologist from the Counseling Center. He's going to talk about some ways that we can stay motivated while we're still at home. Hi Jordy.
Hi Milenia, thanks for having me. Nice to see you.
Thanks for being here. So something that I've noticed a lot is that a lot of students and myself are struggling to stay focused while we're at home. So how can we get through that?
Yes, I have heard that from a lot of people. It's hard to get your work done these days with everything going on and self-isolating. I wonder what that's been like for you.
So I've been procrastinating a lot more than I did when we were back to normal. So yeah, I do my assignments closer to the deadline than I did before, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that procrastination is a tough one, and I think a lot of people are experiencing that these days as well. Yeah, there are a lot of reasons why we procrastinate. For example, one major reason is that sometimes we don't know the steps ahead that we need to get a larger task done, and then we get overwhelmed and it's easier to just avoid it. So one thing that can be helpful to combat that is to break up larger tasks into smaller to-do list items so that you can start crossing them off your list and feel that sense of momentum build. Another reason is that sometimes we feel like we don't have the confidence to successfully get something done, or maybe we're even being perfectionists and we think, well, if I don't know the way to make it perfect, then I can't start yet. And that is not necessarily true, right? Right now, the mantra that I would suggest people use is a good assignment is a done assignment. So set aside the need for it to be perfect and just see what progress you can make. Any of that ring a bell for you?
Yeah, I'll definitely start doing that now.
Yes. And I think another piece is that you're hearing a lot of people probably now say, set a schedule, get some structure, which is absolutely the truth. However, equally as important is how you set that schedule. So one really nice trick is to schedule all of those things we do when we're putting off doing work, like social media, texting, watching Netflix, hanging out, all of those things that we use as distractions. Schedule them for times after meeting work-related goals. So for example, you might say, I want to work on my assignments from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then I'm gonna schedule in a 30-minute reward break where I get to go on social media and scroll as much as I want. That way, you're not starting to do those things when you've set time aside to really get your work done.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what is another way that we can avoid distractions while at home?
Yes, so since we've been talking, I've already gotten several texts, a voicemail, I've gotten dings from Teams messages, so you can actually quiet all those apps or shut them off. There are even apps you can get that will lock your phone on a timer. And sometimes you need to enlist your friends, family members, roommates for support and have them kind of know that you're trying to get your work done. And so maybe they can hold off on reaching out to you until you're at a time where you're on your break.
Do you have any other tips for us, Jordy?
I just want to make sure everybody is being kind to themselves. So when you're struggling, there's a lot going on out there. Just be a little forgiving and self-compassionate because there's a lot to focus on these days. And so if you're finding yourself a little off your game, you might need to just kind of be a little bit forgiving these days while also trying to hold yourself accountable to get your stuff done. And you can get a lot more resources like this on the Counseling Center website by visiting our drop-in workshop link for these types of tips and a whole lot more.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Jordy.
Yes, thank you so much. It was great to be here. I hope that you have a great next semester.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.